Aloha and welcome to the Secret Art of Huna podcast, where I'll be sharing how to use Huna, the carefully guarded spiritual, energetic and healing practices of the ancient Hawaiians, to help you transform those bits of your life that aren't working, to help you find your purpose, or maybe just to help you dump emotional baggage. I'm Dr. Jane Lewis, and 20 years ago I was burnt out, depressed, unfulfilled, disappointed, directionless and deeply, deeply miserable. Huna enabled me to change all that, and so I now share it with whoever wants to experience a more joyful, fulfilling life.
Today, I want to talk to you about emotions. Centuries before Western psychologists worked it out, the Hawaiians knew the importance of dealing with emotions in the moment and not just stuffing them down. They even had a metaphor for it. So one of the jobs of the unconscious mind in the Huna system I have learnt is to store suppressed emotions and represent them for resolution from time to time. They even have a metaphor for it, the black bag. It works like this. You have an experience which provoked a negative emotion. Let's say your hamster dies when you're a kid and you feel grief. However, your parents tell you it's only a hamster. You're too ashamed to express your grief, so your unconscious mind takes your grief and stuffs it in a little bag, which it lodges somewhere in your body. It's not huge grief, so there it stays, and you quickly find other things to be interested in. The next time you experience grief, maybe your best friend moves away and you feel devastated, but nobody died, so it's not right to feel sad. Out comes the little black bag, in goes the grief, and the bag goes back where it came from. This process continues. At a certain point, the bag gets to a size where your unconscious mind, unihipili or little creature in Hawaiian, figures it's time to let it go. So it throws up one of those sad memories to help you resolve the whole lot. At this point, it's wise to just get rid of it, and the ancients had some amazing, speedy techniques for doing just that. Unfortunately, in modern society, we're just too busy, or we don't think we need to, or it's a sign of typical female emotions, or whatever. You can give it any reason you like, but it's never the right time until we reach crisis point. For some people, crisis point can be physical. For instance, that black bag that you've been storing in your lungs triggers respiratory problems. It can be mental, depression or breakdown, or it can be more subtle, more energetic. The business you've been working so hard to create won't take off, or you seem unable to find and sustain a great relationship, and you can't seem to figure out why. Now, I'm not saying that this is all true. After all, if a surgeon were physically to open you up, she wouldn't actually find any black bags. It's just a story. But like all good stories, it's got a profound kernel of truth. We know that unresolved grief can lead to depression. There's loads and loads of research into that topic. And Huna is not the only system to make the connection between unresolved emotions and physical disease. However, Huna is one of the very few systems which offers techniques for dealing with unresolved emotions quickly and, probably even more amazingly, easily and painlessly. In fact, it can work so fast that your conscious mind takes a while to catch up. I've had clients sit and stare blankly at me as they try to find that old emotion, and they can't. And that was me 20 years ago. What do you mean I can't get rid of this right now if I want to? That's ridiculous. I can get rid of it. You're crazy. I hung on by my fingernails way longer than I needed to. One reason was that the sadness and depression had become the story that defined who I was. It was my identity. I didn't know how to be if I wasn't a simmering cauldron of unhappiness, masked by the brave face I showed the world. And that, best beloved, is why it's time for me to teach Huna over here, in Europe and in the UK, on this side of the planet. I've been teaching it a long time in Hawaii, but it's time to teach it over here too, to teach others what I know, so we and our loved ones can have happier lives and experience the joy of life at its most joyful. I've started a Facebook group for spiritually minded women who are interested in using this knowledge to accelerate their transformation and liberation from old baggages. The Secret Art of Huna for Powerful Transformation. It's a closed group, so you have to ask to join. But if you're a woman and any of this resonates, please ask. And if you know any women who could be helped by this knowledge, please share. The link to request to join the group is www.facebook.com/groups/Dr. Jane Lewis Mastermind. I so look forward to seeing you in the group and to showing you some of the Hawaiian ways to accelerating the release of your old baggage and black bags. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. If you want to bring about rapid transformation in your life, check out secretartofhuna.com, where you can also download a free meditation to help you with self-forgiveness. You can also look out for Secret Art of Huna on social media such as Facebook and LinkedIn. Look forward to talking to you again very soon.